Hello, and welcome back to another fabulous and wonderful episode of Until Dawn. Now, in this fabulous and wonderful episode, we are doing kind of a platinum run here, okay? We're doing a fantastic platinum run. Now, I have played this before when it first came out, so I do already have some of the trophies. So, the 14 trophies I have is the Skillful Wolfman, which is, of course, Save the Wolf. They All Live, which is Everybody Live. The Fateful Descent, which is clues from everything from the 1952 line. The Psychopath, which is Stab Josh at some point. Patient Cemetery, which is Grab the Little Figurine. Blackwoods Country, which is Respect the Wildlife. When a Psycho Calls, which is Escape the Psychopath. An American Survivor in Canada, which is Excessively Escape the Sanatorium as Mike. Drag Me Through Hell, which is Mike saving Jessica. The Cabin in the Black Woods, which is complete a full playthrough of the game. I Know What You Did Last Year, which is complete the prologue. Our Hose, which is Josh basically demasking himself. Just Breathe, someone uses the flare gun. And Carnival Solution, which is Shaking the Snow Globe. Now, those are the trophies I already had initially during my first playthrough. So, if you are looking for any of those trophies, I either suggest you go and watch the live stream where I got this done, or sadly find another guide. Frankly, I would say watch my live stream, but that's just me. But we are here today to get the rest of these trophies, which is Open Their Eyes, The Tale of Two Sisters, and Omen. This Is the End, Nightmare on Ashley Street, You Let the Wrong One In, Only Others Left Alive, It's Shining, Change the Past, 1 Hour Selfie, Lodge Fever, We Need to Talk About Josh, Saw That Coming, Talk to the Elm. And of course, once we get done with that, that should give us a last trophy, which is the Platinum Trophy. So if you're here for all of that, I got you, boo-boo. This is the guide for you. So basically how we're going to play this is we're going to do a half a run, a chapter run, and then a full run through. Now basically when I mean half a run, we're going to start in chapter 6 and then continue the game to get a certain amount of trophies that I already have in mind. Then I got to repeat a chapter to get the last trophy. Then we're going to do the full run to get the rest of the trophies, because at the time of doing this game, the It's Shining trophy only activated when you played the game all the way through. I think at this point it might have changed after an update, but for this gameplay I had to do it all the way through, so that is why we're doing a full run that way. So if you find this guide helpful in any aspect whatsoever, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell, especially if you want more content like this. I really don't do a lot of trophy runs, but I have been asked to do this trophy run, so I'm going to do this trophy run. I know, again, it's not a complete run-through trophy run, but I can't help it that I already played the game and I already got some of the trophies to begin with. But that's a story for a different day. Why don't we go ahead, grab that popcorn, sit our happy asses down, and start here at chapter 6. So, starting off in chapter 6, once we control Matt and Emily, we get through the really weird and abnormally long deer section, we climb the fire tower, and our first trophy here we have to get set up for is an Omen, and also we gotta set up for Only Others Left Alive, and of course for a later on run, our Everyone Dies trophy. But for now, let's focus on getting this totem. Absolutely a tragic. But that is one totem down, 3 more to go, and we continue on with the rest of the game as per usual. We get told that we're completely screwed once we call in for backup.
What? When? How long?
Of course, the radio tower falls. We become a horrible and terrible boyfriend. And we'll leave it off there with Matt and Emily. We'll come check on them later. For now, why don't we go ahead and see what old Chris and Ashley are up to.
I don't like being watched.
Better?
Go suck an egg. Now it's better.
The only thing we really have to do in this section is get everything set up for the Nightmare on Ashley Street trophy. So basically, once Chris and Ashley get captured and we get to play as Chris again, when making decisions between whether or not to come at Chris or to come at Ashley, always choose Ashley in this certain situation. Whether you love her or hate her, the decision must be made. No hesitation. So after that, we end up playing as Sam, and we end up meeting Mike, and we had this really cute moment between them.
What are you doing?
Well, actually, the towel didn't turn out to be the best outfit for fighting off killer maniacs, you know. Do you mind, Mike?
Oh, right. My bad.
Look at this distinguished gentleman.
Then after that, we all get together, realize we all need therapy, and Josh is just a horrible friend. But let's go ahead and see how Emily's doing. I'm sure she don't need therapy. Don't worry though, she's not gonna need therapy for too long because we are still doing the Everybody Must Die run. So unfortunately, Emily Boo Boo, it is time for you to meet your maker. Once we get done with them, we collectively reunite with everybody back at the lodge. We have this cute little interaction between Mike and Chris.
Let me have the pistol, because you could take whoever it is through sheer good looks and muscle and all that. I should have the pistol.
Oh. When you put it that way. Here. Don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Funny, you should get your own show.
The stranger basically comes in, tells us who runs the mountain. We all fully understand how screwed we are and realize at the same time we are horrible friends for leaving Josh alone, tied up and defenseless. So we all decide, let's go ahead and go get him, and we all know how that song and dance goes.
You gotta get out of here.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh shit.
Now, as playing as Chris, we have to survive this whole ensemble of being attacked by the Wendigos, and once we get to the cabin, that should help us unlock the trophy, A Nightmare on Ashley Street, because now Ashley's going to feel hesitant to open the door, and unfortunately, Chris meets his maker.
Ash! Ash! Oh my god, please, let me in quick. Ash. Oh my. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Are you okay? Okay, let's go. Let's get down to the basement.
Nothing really important happens in the basement during this run, so we're going to skip over to the most important part of the entire game, and that is making sure Good Boy is safe and sound.
Hey, buddy. Come on down. It's all right. Okie dokie, bud. I'll catch you on the flip side, huh?
Now we cut back to Ashley, who is in the process of trying to get to Mike in the tunnels, but unfortunately we're going to become every stupid white bitch in every horror movie and go investigate a strange noise.
This is fucking crazy.
And once you investigate said noise, you find a trapdoor, go ahead and open it, and in return for opening said door, you should get the trophy. You let the wrong one in. Once Ashley is taken care of, we cut back to Sam, who is beating the rock.
I beat you. I fucking beat you.
And once she beats said rock, we go ahead, turn completely around to this little tunnel back here, and we grab another totem, which should be the death totem number 6. Another tragedy, I see. So after we get done finding that totem, we want to continue on and follow the left path all the way down to get the next totem on our list, which is the hunger totem number 5, which again, you gotta stick all the way to the left in this tunnel and you'll eventually come to it. That's 2 totems down, 1 more to go for another run, but first let's have an awkward conversation with Mike.
I know. Just keep moving. Nobody likes cold buns. Although yours are great. Never mind.
Skip the journal and open the Chamber of Horrors, find Josh, and then control Josh to his demise.
No, you're not real! No, you're not!
Cutting back to Matt and Jessica in the mines, all we have to simply do is keep them alive so we can get the Only Others Left Alive trophy. Now that we have that all set up, let's go ahead and see how everybody else is doing in the cabin.
How's that for you? Fuck!
And like that, that should go ahead and give us the Only Other Left Alive trophy. Now all we have to do is replay chapter 10, and basically at this point just go ahead and finish the rest off and wrap this whole section off.
How's that for you? Fuck!
And like that, we get the This Is the End trophy, and that is 4 trophies done, and this technically half a run. So now we gotta go ahead and do a full complete run now to finish the rest of these trophies, which is It's Shining, Change the Past, 1 Hour Selfie, Lodge Fever, We Need to Talk About Josh, Saw That Coming, Talk to Him, Open Their Eyes, The Tale of Two Sisters, and An Omen. Let's go ahead and get this run started. Once you start playing the game as Beth, what you want to do is go ahead and move around the fireplace towards the back end at this table where the camera sits, and that's going to be our first interactable during this run. It is a very cute Easter egg, and I do like how it kind of makes everyone feel more like they're actual friends and not just acquaintances or associated by, you know, just hanging out at school or something like that. The next thing you want to grab is the piece of paper that's over here on the computer, which is a love note from Mike. Basically, it's another interactable you can grab, but it also kickstarts the rest of the game.
Oh my god. What did our naive sister get herself into now?
You guys are jerks.
Once we get chastised by Sam about being complete utter jerks, we then go after Hannah. Once we find her, of course, the chase ensues of us running from not only the stranger, but the Wendigo itself. And this is where we get our next trophy, which is where we try to change the fate of the sisters. And unfortunately, well, we all know how that song and dance goes.
I told you you can't change what happened last year. You can only affect the future. Accept it and move on.
After we get chastised yet again, but this time by Dr. Hill for trying to change the past, we then come up to what I'm going to believe is the start of a long, complicated journey of trying to explain how the We Need to Talk About Josh trophy is going to work. So pause. Before we get into this, let me just make a simple statement here. This is how I got the trophy, okay? This is how I managed to pull it off. I know there's conflicting information about people doing it one way and they still got the trophy, and people doing it another way and they're still getting the trophy, and people who just simply can't get the trophy at all because of one reason or another. So to make things a little simpler, especially for this trophy guide walkthrough, I'm going to try to break down as much information as I possibly can, but still make it fun and enlightenment. But why don't we go ahead and start off with this first therapy session here, and let me walk y'all through what I chose and why I chose it. So in this first therapy session, your main thing is just to let Dr. Hill know it's a beautiful place to live, but you are fearful of being isolated and alone. That seems to be a big character trait for Josh. He is terrified of being isolated and alone, so that's how I basically played this section out.
Oh, that's good. In what way did it make you happy? Interesting. It's interesting. So, would it make you happy to spend the whole week here, all by yourself? And why is that? Oh. Well, there is a fine line between the peacefulness of solitude and the loneliness of isolation. This is something we need to explore further. Don't you agree? But I'm afraid we're out of time for now. Until the next session, try to surround yourself with friends in a place that makes you feel safe.
So after our first interaction with Dr. Hill, we are then introduced to the rest of the cast, which is Sam, Chris, Jess, Emily, Matt, Mike, who has the best intro.
You guys gonna make out now?
Oh my god, totally. We're so gonna make out.
And then we have Ashley. Now, when it comes to Ashley, we're gonna need her to help us set up for Lodge Fever Trophy. So to set up for the Lodge Fever Trophy, what you want to do is have Ashley straight up show Matt what's going on between Emily and Mike. He's going to get mad and flustered, and that should set up an argument that is going to happen later on in the lodge once everybody gets there.
Listen, it's probably nothing.
Nothing, you think?
Well, yeah.
Is it ever just nothing with him?
Once we plant the seeds of anger inside of Matt, we go ahead and cut over to another reminder to always be kind to nature. Seriously, always be kind to nature. If you are mean to nature, may God have mercy on your soul and your entire family, because I will hunt you down like Liam Neeson. Anyway, here's a cute little moment between Jessica and Mike.
So breathe my hair and kiss me there.
So after that romantical moment, we then cut into the next session with Dr. Hill, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, I really don't think this one necessarily counts towards the We Need to Talk About Josh trophy, but I'm gonna show y'all what I picked anyway, just in case. Go ahead and follow it to a T if you want. If not, experiment, try things out. Let me know how that goes in the comment down below, but this is what I ended up picking.
Now pick up that book, turn the pages. You will see a set of pictures and symbols. I want you to identify which image in each set makes you the most anxious. Did I startle you? So sorry. You're doing very well. This is very interesting. Thank you for answering so diligently. Snakes, zombies, and awful. The sun combination sounds like a good Friday night.
So after getting judged for our Friday night plans, we meet Josh. And as Chris, when we meet Josh, we want to make sure the relationship is as high up as it possibly can be. And that is something I would say for the rest of the game. Make sure every character has a high enough relationship with Josh. I think that actually does help towards the trophy. So, as Chris, make sure he's okay.
Hey, you doing all right?
And also, when he's talking about Ashley, even when he's talking a little weird and creepy and probably a little too TMI, still just agree and laugh it off.
Absolutely.
When are you gonna take her to the Bone Zone?
Now, once we take care of that and Chris goes into the lodge and opens the door, fights off the vicious Wolverine,
It's like a bear or a tiger or something.
that's when Jessica and Mike show up, and that's when the fight at the lodge should initially start. As Matt, you want to challenge him, basically instigate the fight. Now, how you want to handle the fight is up to you. I chose to defuse the situation after the fact. It's still counted as the trophy, but you can always, get him to take a swing at Mike if you want.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, it's been kind of a long day. I overreacted.
And then once that is taken care of, then the real bitch fight begins between our two lovely ladies.
No one wants in on your territory, honey.
Excuse me? Did you say something?
Oh, did you not hear me? Was your sluttiness too loud?
As Matt during this fight, you want to keep diffusing the situation, kind of make sure the fight doesn't get too out of hand, but you still want the fight to happen.
Emily, stop. This is out of hand.
And once the fight's taken care of, everyone goes their separate ways, the trophy should pop.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a bath.
So after Sam goes and takes a bath, as Mike, we take the worst selfie in the world for the 1 hour selfie trophy.
Good effort. Next time I get the camera, okay?
Then we have a lovely conversation reminiscing on the sisters.
Well, wherever they are, I'm sure they're happy. We're all thinking about them.
And as we're walking, I would like to point this out that I'm pretty sure the song playing on her phone is the same song from Pink Panther.
Coincidence? I think not!
We then have one of the best lines from Jessica I ever heard.
You hit your head or anything?
As far as I can tell, I still have all 7 of my limbs.
Now, once we're done with the two lovebirds and we get back with Sam hanging out with Josh, going to go fix the water heater and all of that, again, we have another moment where we could boost up our relationship by just being playful.
They are very sweet together. I wish they'd just freaking get on with it already.
I swear, they just need, something to bond over, some sort of traumatic event.
Then when we see the baseball bat, this is when we take it serious, kind of have like a heart-to-heart with Josh for a minute.
What's that doing here? Is that yours?
You bet it's mine. I used to play ball with my dad all the time.
Then we work on the water heater, and once that's taken care of, make sure you hit that high five. Seriously, don't miss that high five. That is a really big boost in his relationship. Don't ask me why. He really likes high fives. Continue to goof off with him, play a little bit of prank, but when things get serious, be heroic. I don't know. He likes a woman in charge, so be the woman in charge.
Why don't you hold down the fort while I make sure?
Whatever you say, madam.
Sadly, being the woman in charge means we get pranked by the world's stupidest prank.
Ooh, you just got mugged.
So cutting back to Matt and Emily, who are on their forever journey of trying to get some damn luggage, we must immediately turn around as soon as we get in control of Matt and head over towards the back end, which we will grab clue number 32, and that should give us the trophy, You Open Their Eyes. But we are not done just yet, because as soon as we get that and we head down the trail even further, what we want to do is immediately go to the left towards the swing set, and there should be a little interactable you can grab, which should help us get more towards the It's Shining trophy. And we're still not done yet. We still got one more thing to grab here in this chapter, and that is the last totem, and that should give us the trophy, An Omen? Once we wrap up that section with Matt and Emily, we cut over to another session with Dr. Hill, and this one is kind of important. I feel like it's important because it starts hitting those, those checkpoints that we need for Josh. As in, he asks, hey, do we feel the same about fear and isolation? You say, yes, you do. And then, of course, the biggest thing is loyalty. Always choose loyalty over everything, because that means Josh's friendship with Chris and with Sam is very important to him.
Is that so? Because that's not reflected in the way you are playing your game, now is it? Let's investigate your feelings toward other people in greater depth. What you value, what you respect in yourself and others. Which would you say was most important in a person, loyalty or honesty? So you would tell a lie in order to be loyal to a friend, okay. And what about loyalty versus charity? So you would sooner look after your friends before caring for those in greater need?
After being judged for our life choices, we cut over to chapter 3, where we're playing as Ashley as the Ouija board section. And basically what you want to do, you want to play this pretty straight, play it serious, but also have that moment to apologize and be remorseful for the twins' deaths.
Hannah, if you can hear this, really hear this, we all want to apologize for what happened.
Now we're gonna let these kiddos finish having some fun time with the Ouija board. Let's cut over to Jessica and Mike and see what they're doing.
Oh yeah? You gonna show me some affection later?
Girl, all kinds of affection.
Oh, is that a check I can cash?
Wink.
As you're heading down the trail, heading towards the romantic cabin in the woods, right before you find that little shack with the mast, there should be a baseball on the right side. Go ahead and pick that up, and that is another interactable you can grab. And once you grab the baseball, just play the rest of the chapter like normal. With this next Dr. Hill section, I feel like it's kind of important because of the choices we've already made. We chose to, be fearful of isolation and being alone. We've agreed to this, and we chose loyalty over everything else. So I feel like in this situation, the best thing you could possibly do is choose Josh to be the one you dislike the most. Since we're already kind of in our own self-loathing here, I feel like this was the best choice in this session.
Well, this is an exercise in honesty. Tell me which person from each pair you like the most. Take your time, your answers are important. is it that you most dislike? Oh, full of surprises. I think I'm beginning to understand you far better now.
Now, cutting back to Mike on his harrowing journey to save Emily, we take a quick little rest stop, pick up a note that isn't interactable, and then once there, we have plenty of time to watch Jessica fall. Don't worry, she's okay. So why don't we go ahead and switch over to Ashley and Chris and see how those two little lovebirds are handling life.
Oh my god, Chris!
Now, to keep the boosting going for Josh's relationship, what you want to do here in this section is choose Josh. Just say, oh my god, Ashley, I'm so sorry, and basically making the announcement that you're choosing Josh. No matter what you choose, though, it's always going to be Josh that's going to get gutted at the end. So after Chris and Ashley decide that they probably need therapy after all of this, we end up going to our therapy session with Dr. Hill yet again. And this one seems kind of important as well, especially when he asks you, how is the night going? You want to say it's not going the way you thought it would because you didn't think your friends were going to be remorseful about the situation. You didn't think your friends were going to touch your soul and heart the way they have.
And you think that these poor people are getting what they deserve? I'm trying to help you. And this game you're playing, you understand that it's not good for you. It's not good for anyone. And I can't say that you're showing much loyalty in the way you're playing. Do you intend to continue with this elaborate self-indulgence? Do you even believe that I am real? Ow. The heart of the problem, it all comes down to this. Can you really tell the difference anymore?
So coming back as Mike in the sanatorium, one of the first things you want to do is go ahead, head towards the morgue, stick to the right, and go into one of the rooms back there. There's a little pocket watch, which is one of the collectibles we need for the It's Shining trophy. Then coming up right here, one of my favorite trophies is about the pop. So basically, not on the first tug, not on the second tug, but on that third tug, before you decide to open it with your machete, go ahead, chaw your fingers off, and that is where you get the trophy. Saw that coming.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So after that, we go ahead and pet Good Boy and feed Good Boy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Easy, boy. Easy.
Well, Mike seems comfortable. Let's go ahead and check on Emily and Matt, see what they're doing.
I'm gonna huff, and I'm gonna...
Just do it!
So while Matt is recreating the Three Little Pigs, let's go ahead and see what Sam's doing.
Please, no!
So during this initial chase scene, basically all you want to do is just run and try not to get captured. No matter what, just don't stop to throw vases, don't stop to hide underneath the bed, don't stop to hit him with a baseball bat, just run and hide just to keep her safe. You need her for another little interactable that you can only get if Sam is not captured. Coming back to Emily now, there's a little interactable you can grab before you head on up to the radio tower. And that is over here on the little pathway to the right, go all the way down, pick this little deer call up, and give it a blow. but we'll check on these two whippersnappers later. Right now, let's go ahead and see what's going on with Chris and Ashley.
I don't think I can take any more of this.
Yeah, I'm about my limit here too.
Now, cutting back to Ashley and Chris are having a very deep conversation. You want to keep to the remorseful actions that we have been doing throughout the whole game, you know, because you never know if Josh might be listening to this or not.
If it was you, don't you think you would have run away? I mean, who likes being made fun of?
You're basically going to be extremely remorseful throughout this whole chapter. So once you find the projector, of course, you know, as y'all are watching it, just feel more remorse, feel saddened about the whole situation, regret your actions. I do believe this does help in some aspects. I'm not 100% sure. This is just what I did to get this trophy.
This is horrible. Couldn't feel worse.
Looks like you were enjoying yourself.
That's the worst part, isn't it? We were just playing a joke. It was supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
I never want to see this video ever again.
Once you're done being remorseful, head down the hallway and make a right. On the shelf in the back is a little art book that is another collectible for the It's Shining trophy. Now, once Chris and Ashley get captured again, make sure as Ashley you do not attack Josh with the scissors. Whether you have them or not, just don't do it. It helps for a piece of dialogue, a situation later on in the game. And once we make that decision, we'll just let the chapter play out like normal, but instead of Ashley getting it, Chris is gonna get it.
Let me choose this time. Let me choose to save you. If I do one less thing in my life, let me do this. Chris, please. Oh, God.
You're a sick fuck! Now, what the hell have you done to them? Huh? What the hell have you done to them? Psychopath.
After being called a psychopath by our friendly psychologist, Dr. Hill, we return as Sam, and as Sam, we need to go ahead, hit the back end, and grab this snow globe, and also give it a little bit of shake, because it's just fun to shake this damn thing. And while we shake this little snow globe away, why don't we go ahead, cut over to Emily, and see how she's dealing with life. Of course, everything plays out the same. We're all mad at Josh.
And you were gonna fucking pay, dick!
And once we get our somewhat frustrations out on Josh and we're dragging him along to the shack in the back to make sure he doesn't hurt anybody else, we have another moment to have some boost with Josh as Chris. So what you want to do, you want to choose Scold. Now, once you choose Scold, that should give you a dialogue option as Chris where you can kind of say, hey, I don't really believe Josh is capable of this.
Oh, shit, Mike. Something feels really wrong here, man.
Which kind of boosts up the relationship a little bit. And then as you continue on, of course, you choose the cowardly option here, kind of diffuse the situation, still keeping that good old boost up with Chris. And because you chose to save Josh instead of Ashley, Josh will not bring up anything against Chris, which would end up in return with him attacking Mike. Mike, in retaliation, will threaten to pew-pew Josh, and as Chris, you must disarm him even though you know he ain't going to. It still helps with the boost.
Seriously? What? Did you think I was gonna shoot him?
Cutting back to Emily now, she is still alive and kicking. We need her to stay that way too, but unfortunately, we don't need her not to be hurt. So in this part right here, you want to make sure she gets bit, so I did not have the flare gun at all to make life easy for me. And once that happens, go ahead and give her an epic superhero exiting of some sort.
Think of a wonderful cause.
Everything then plays out the same. We all meet at the lodge, we talk to the stranger and decide to go get Josh. Chris and Ashley share a passionate kiss. The stranger dies, we all meet at the basement, and then Mike gives us some of the best acting I've ever seen in a video game.
You're gonna shoot me? Like me?
This is the safe room, Em.
Please.
It is not safe as long as you're in it. Not for us.
Of course, we decide not to end it with Emily because we still need her for one more trophy right now, which is the bitch slap that was heard from across the world.
Oh, wow!
No, not that one.
That is what we call a bitch slap. A bitch slap for a bitch.
Not that one either.
Please, just try to understand.
Understand the palm of my hand, bitch.
There we go. So coming into this session with Dr. Hill, this is one of the most important ones we can do because this is where the inedible choice is going to pop up at. If everything is done correctly, which it is, it should pop up as normal. But once you get to that option, what you want to do is say, they hurt me, and then say, I apologize.
Remember last year? Huh? How you left your poor sisters to die? You did nothing to help them. Paralyzed by your own self-centered fear, while a real threat was closing in. Now it's all about you, Josh. It's always all about you. Your game has gone terribly wrong. And your friends, like your sisters, have deserted you. You're all alone. Can you feel how cold your loneliness has become? Huh? Now, why did you hurt him? It's yourself that you despise, huh? You've already admitted as much. But they didn't hurt you, Joshua. Not intentionally. They made a stupid mistake, and a terrible tragedy befell your sisters. They did not intend for that to happen. It just did. And they were sorry, at least, until you subjected them to your night of horrific torture. Let's hope that it's not too late for atonement.
Cutting back to Mike, he's now hanging out with Good Boy, and one of the last trophies we technically really need in this section is basically we gotta go down this hallway into this room and pick up this little, I guess, chess piece or something, and that should spring out the It's Shining trophy.
What have we here?
Now, once Good Boy is secured and safe and sound, Sam's gotta make sure Mike is safe and sound. Once Mike is safe and sound and we're playing as Sam in the mines, what we want to do is go over here in the lagoon section or this little pond section or whatever the hell this little section is supposed to be with all this water. Go over to the left. Hit the journal. This is another key important thing you got to do for the We Need to Talk About Josh trophy. You got to get this journal. Trust me, you got to get it.
I'm sorry, Beth. I have no choice. It's the only way I can survive anymore. If someone finds this, I'm sorry. I had to. I had no choice.
What does it mean? Jesus.
Oh God, it makes sense. I think Hannah dug up Beth. It was Hannah.
No, that's
Michael.
it's ridiculous.
Michael, it has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. Beth died in the fall.
So what? What does that mean?
So Hannah must have buried her.
God damn it. God damn it.
Hannah was down here.
I don't believe any of this.
She would have been starving. She would have been desperate.
Fuck!
We need to find Josh. Right now.
And once we find Josh and take control of him, we play this as normal, and it's gonna look like the typical Wendigo ending, but I promise, guys, it's not.
No, you're not real! No, you're not! No!
So now at this point, it's basically just keep everybody alive to guarantee the We Need to Talk About Josh trophy and be on our way. So why don't we go ahead and roll that beautiful montage footage of me saving everybody's life.
We can beat them forever and ever. Oh, we can
But it's a game that has driven you to one of your own deepest fears, Joshua. Isolation. It's terrible. Isolation. And I hope for your sake, Joshua, that you can find redemption.
And like that, guys, we got the trophy. Woo, I'm gonna be honest. When I originally played this, I was not sure about the We Need to Talk About Josh trophy because there's so much conflicting information about that trophy. But I was so happy to get it, and I'm so happy to get this platinum. I absolutely love this game. Until Dawn is one of my favorite horror games to play. It's something, you know, I could casually play just whenever and always enjoy it. Even though I know the outcome, and I know how everything works out, I still love this game immensely, and it is one of my favorites. So I hope this trophy guide helped you out. I know it's not like a full platinum guide here, but like I said in the beginning of all of this, I do have most of the other trophies, the first 14 trophies, all taken care of during my original playthrough of the game when it originally came out, which is linked in the description below if you want to check it out and see me grab and toy with all the other trophies that are on this list. Unfortunately, I don't have the notifications popped up for when I actually achieve these trophies, but you know, read enough walkthroughs. If you're curious enough, you'll kind of put two and two together where I got each of these trophies at. But for the rest of it, I'm glad I can help y'all out the best I can, especially with the We Need to Talk About Josh trophy and any other trophy y'all might be struggling on at any point. But I do believe this would probably be a good time to go ahead and end this here. I hope everybody who has watched, is watching, will watch. I hope you enjoy. Hope everybody has a fantastic and a wonderful night. And hopefully next time, guys, I catch y'all around on one of my live streams or something. And if not, I'm always here. I'm always popping out videos. But that's a story for another day. So until then, my friends, y'all take care.
He was out of his fucking mind. He wanted to hurt us. Okay? And I thought he was the one who attacked Jess.
I thought we were close. After his sisters disappeared, he'd come and talk to me. He said I was the only one who understood him. I thought we had a connection.
If you need someone to talk to,
I'm fine.
sometimes, after a traumatic experience,
I said I'm fine.
You bringing in Meat Brain next? Gonna kick him around a bit for me?
I'm sorry?
Meat Brain, Mr. Muscle Brawn, Matt the Incredible Sulk.
Is there something we need to know?
Oh, no, nothing important except, you know, how he basically left me to die up on a freaking tumbling tower like a world-class douche nozzle?
Your friend Ashley, she told her she tried to help you. She said she heard you calling out.
Not me. Mike.
What do you remember?
He came for me. He did.
Came for you?
Where is he? Did he make it?
You need to listen to me. I don't care if you believe me or not. It doesn't matter because you will. You need to go down to the mines.
What's in the mines, Sam?
I've seen what's down there, and I'd give anything to unsee it.